That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Okay, so me and Chris Dodd are now here to do our predictions for AEW Full Gear. Like I said, I don't really know what this video really is going to entail, because this is new uncharted territory for us, where, like, you know, I'm not seeing the intro or anything like that. We're just here giving our predictions. I know you're going to see and hear some faces. You're going to hear, like, you know, James and, like, his friends would do the predictions for it, and, you know, other people. But like I said, this is uncharted territory. We've never been a part of this before. But this would be a good thing, because, you know, usually when we do predictions for pay-per-views, we don't really talk about it in-depthly, really. So, there's that. But, I gotta ask the question. I mean, I don't even know when you're gonna see this video, so hopefully this either might be the first thing you see of the predictions, or, like, the last. So, maybe you've heard the matches thousands of times. You already know what they are at this point, where, like, you don't even want to watch the show. After that happens, we just completely shut people out of wanting to watch the show. But anyhow, let's go over our excitement for the show. Chris, what's your excitement of Full Gear on a scale from, like, 1 to 10?
10.
I think if your answer's not 10, then
9.5.
If your answer's not 10 or higher, then get out. Stop being a professional wrestling fan and get out of here. You're ruining
Zero.
You're ruining everyone's. You're ruining everything.
0 out of 10. Not excited for this at all.
Can you imagine, like, people's excitement for this was like a 2, and, like, someone's excitement level for, like, Hell in a Cell was like a 11? It's like
Good for them.
They
need to know good wrestling.
Yeah. You need to. No, someone's excitement level for Crown Jewel 2 was like it was like a 50.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would need to even talk with that person.
Big talk. Well, let's go over the matches for AEW Full Gear.
I hope it wasn't you.
My excitement level didn't exist. That's how bad it was. You couldn't find it. It got lost.
Got lost in the mail.
You were so excited for that show that, like, you decided it wasn't worth your time. Like,
yeah, about 5 minutes before, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching because I don't care.
I bet you're pissed because you missed. I mean, I don't want to talk about that here, but you missed a certain someone winning the Universal Championship.
Yay!
Which is why I still think it was stupid for them to do it on that show, because you missed it. Like, But anyhow.
Now to a show that brings us joy and excitement.
Yep. So yeah, we have 8 matches for the show, at least at the time of this recording, because we're recording this Thursday, November 7th. So I don't know if they're gonna add more matches.
Before Saturday.
Yeah. So I'm assuming what's gonna happen is hopefully the matches that we predict for are the matches we stick with, but I'm not in charge of that. I want to make. So
the buy-in must be really not as long this time around, because it's only one match. They usually have like 2 or 3.
Maybe they'll add like the Librarian in a match, because, you know, we gotta have them on the show.
We're probably gonna have a battle royal like announced sometime within the next like day or so.
Yeah, right after this video goes up. But let's get into the first match on the buy-in. We have B. Priestley versus Britt Baker. obviously this feud's been going on since Fight for the Fallen when B. Priestley legitimately gave Britt Baker a concussion, and they've been having brawls. They cost each other to become the first AEW Women's World Champion. In the Casino Battle Royal at All Out. They've been having brawls and tag matches we've seen, and I'm really excited for it. Britt Baker's promo on AEW Dark really excited me for this match, and I really can't wait for it. It's a match months in the making. And I'll just go first for all the predictions, because why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's no championship on the line, so.
Well, there is.
Not between us, though.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Britt Baker wins just because I think she wants to, gain that momentum. I see her being like a future face of the women's division for AEW. And she's been on TV more than B. Priestley. She seems like the one that they want to push more. So I'm going to go with Britt Baker. Who are you going for this match?
Same. I'm going to go Britt Baker, too. I feel like they've built this feud up excellently. And, yeah, it's going to be great.
Then we have the matches on the Rio show. And we have Joey Janela versus Shawn Spears. This match was set up on AEW Dark. This past Tuesday, when Shawn Spears used pliers to stick a cigarette down Joey Janela's throat. And then, obviously they had the segment this week on AEW Dynamite, but it goes back before that when, Tully Blanchard claimed that Joey Janela disrespected him by sticking a cigarette in his, drink. And you don't do that. You don't stick your cigarettes in people's drink. You don't do that. But I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, he's a bad boy, though.
He's a bad boy. It says in his theme song. Do you ever think, when him and Penelope Ford were together, before they had sex, he just played that theme song for them? And that's why they called off the relationship, because, he's a bad boy.
Bad boy.
But as for who I'm picking for this match, I should go over the win-loss records, say who's coming in with each win-loss record, because that's also important now when it comes to AEW. I'll go over Britt Baker's just so that way you can and B. Priestley, because I forgot to do that. So Britt Baker, B. Priestley's coming into this match with a 1-3 win-loss record. And meanwhile, Britt Baker's coming in with a 3-3 win-loss record. But I'm assuming that doesn't change your pick anyways. So
no, it's gonna be Britt. Britt's in a bit of a roll.
Yeah.
Recently, so.
But then, as for this match, Joey Janela, is coming in at a 2-4 win-loss record because he's technically has 2 losses, but they don't count because they were unsanctioned matches, so they don't count in the win-loss record.
They don't count for anything.
I wonder if Joey Janela ever goes backstage and just begs, hey, can you just make this match not count? I don't think I'm going to win. But Shawn Spears is coming into this match with a 3-3 win-loss record, so he's even field. But I actually think that Shawn Spears is going to win this match. I think he should win this match. Just because, I'd like to see him win. And, I feel like they should give him, a nice push. But who do you pick into this match?
I'm going to go Shawn Spears, too, because, it's just, I don't think Joey's really going to have much of a win-loss record. I think he's going to have a lot of losses.
Half of them, a lot of them might not even count because there could be lights out.
Yeah, exactly. You might not. Same thing with Moxley. I don't think he's gonna have a lot of wins and losses because a lot of his matches are gonna be unsanctioned, just based on the fact that he's like a deathmatch wrestler almost.
Yep. And then we have our first ever AEW World Tag Team Championship defense in a 3-way match. It's Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky defending against the Lucha Brothers and Private Party. Obviously, the Lucha Brothers were the number 1 contenders since they were a part of that tournament, and Private Party earned their way, this week on AEW, winning a qualifying match. As for the win-loss record, the Lucha Bros, both of them, are 5-3. And Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky are 6-3. And Both members of Private Party are 3-5. But regardless of the win-loss record, I think Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky are going to retain the championships just because they just became the first champions. They shouldn't lose the titles really quickly because that buries the championships. Because we've seen before what happened when the champions that are like the first ever champions lose the titles quickly. It devalues the championships, and I don't think the AEW is going to do that. With the AEW World Tag Team titles. So I think Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky retain the titles. I'm assuming we're going to do a tiebreak on who takes the loss. I'm going to say that Private Party will take the pinfall, will take the fall, whether that's getting pinned or tapped out. So who do you pick for this match?
I agree with you, too. I agree that it's too early. They just won the title, so I'm going to go with SCU with Private Party eating the fall.
Then we have an AEW Women's World Championship match. AEW Women's World Champion Riho versus Emi Sakura. Riho's coming into this show. I should say Emi Sakura's because alphabetically I'm closer to her right now. So Emi Sakura has a 2-2 win-loss record, so she's even playing field. And Riho has a 6-2 win-loss record. And obviously, I think this is coming off the fact because Emi Sakura, out of all the women on the roster, since Riho's won the title, has the best win-loss record. So this is why I like the win-loss record system and the making it matter because that's why she's getting the title match. You have Emi Sakura, who pinned Riho in the tag match this week. So I think they'll put on a hell of a match. I believe they wrestled at All Out, and Riho be here there. But I think Riho is going to retain the AEW Women's Championship. It's too early to take it off her, and I think they're going to build like a more credible contender for Riho to lose the championship to. So I think Riho retains the title. Who do you think? Who do you think will win this match?
Riho, I think is going to win. It's too early for her to lose the championship.
There you go. Then we have the third match in their series, Hangman Adam Page versus Pac. They both have a win because in England, Pac got himself disqualified, and then on the first episode of AEW Dynamite, Pac beat Hangman Page. This feud's been going on basically since the company launched. I believe they started their feud like not at the rally, but at like that press conference that they had for Double or Nothing. That's when like the feud started. And as for the win-loss records, Pac has a 3-1-1 win-loss record, and Hangman Adam Page has a 5-4 win-loss record. But as for why I think we'll win this match, this is really a tough one to call because it's a critical match for both of them. But I'm gonna say that Hangman Page is actually going to win this match and redeem himself. I'm also saying that too because a lot of the guys that I'm picking for the match, I'll just give a bit of a spoiler, people that have been in WWE, and a lot of people are worrying that and the WWE marks are saying, well, it's WWE, they're the only ones really getting featured and stuff like that. So I think Hangman Adam Page defeating Pac, I think will get everybody to calm down. So we want people to calm down. We don't want any of that. I mean, the Shawn Spears match, you really can't say that because, like, Shawn Spears really on the main roster level was, like, never there. So he really isn't, like, an ex-WWE guy in my eyes. He was, basically even in a worse position than No 05 Live's shows. And he basically probably could have ran the No 05 Live show with how much he was on TV. But I'm picking Hangman Adam Page to beat Pac. Who you picking?
I'll probably go Hangman too. I just think he needs that big win against Pac.
Yep. Because he also too is on being the elite and stuff. The big story is he hasn't been like the same person since that loss when he failed to beat Chris Jericho to become the first ever AEW World Champion. So.
Yeah, probably legitimize him a little bit too. It's just I feel like he's kind of got lost a little bit.
Yep.
Ever since he was kind of pushed as like the main guy against Jericho, ever since like he lost, it's been like he's been. I don't want to say irrelevant, but like his stock is slowly falling.
Well, He's lost. He doesn't know where he is. He can't.
He's lost. There's no other directions.
But then we have the three main matches for this show. We have the Young Bucks versus Pride and Powerful. Obviously, this match is Pride and Powerful debuted at All Out and attacked the Young Bucks. And then obviously they've been involved because, the Young Bucks are in with the Elite and the Pride and Powerful are in the Inner Circle. And they've been kind of going at it. Pride and Powerful have attacked them cowardly on a number of occasions. And as for who I think will win this match, I'm going to say Pride and Powerful will win, just because I think they need that big win. They haven't really had a big win yet as a team, and I feel like beating the top tag team like the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks should be in that position where they shouldn't always lose, but they should really be putting people over, and that's the position they want to be in. So I'm going to say Pride and Powerful will win.
I'm going to say the Young Buckaroos are going to win.
There you go.
I feel like they could use this big win, even though they say they don't ever want to win. But I feel like they're gonna win this one.
They can't say they never want to win, then they'll get into Travis Banks territory. They don't want to be there. Or in your eyes, Jordan Devlin territory, even though
biggest fucking loser of all time.
Bigger loser than Jungle Boy. He's 0-7 in AEW.
Yeah, they're bigger losers.
He's won more matches than Jungle Boy.
I can't even believe they're gonna make him defeated. He's never gonna win. Yep.
He's 0-300 by the time AEW is in 2020. Yeah, so that at least we have one different. At least we have one different. Then we have technically the main event of the show. It's the AEW World Championship match. AEW World Champion Chris Jericho versus Cody. Where if Cody loses, he will never challenge for the AEW World Championship ever again. This match is going to have a 1-hour time limit. They're going to have 3 judges in case it goes the 1-hour time limit. So that way there's destined for a winner. Which I don't hate that, because they want to have a definitive winner because, this is a big match, and I feel like a lot of people will, be pissed off if there's no winner. Could make a question, too, if this is, a shot right at WWE, because basically they added this the week of the Hell in a Cell main event. So, but anyhow, as for I think will win, I don't think it's going to win the 1-hour time limit. I could see it going around that area, but right before that, someone will win. And call me crazy, but I actually think Chris Jericho is going to win. A lot of people are predicting Cody to win via disqualification, so that way he can say, well, he didn't lose. So, but if you do that, then the stipulation's just meaningless. And I feel like AEW wants to have good braces doing a finish like that. And this match was 3 months of promotion to end it, to do a DQ finish. I think a lot of people will get pissed off. At least I'll get pissed off.
Will we stop watching AEW?
Will I stop? Probably not, but I'll get pissed. I'll definitely get pissed off. I'll probably take your TV.
I'm never gonna watch AEW ever again.
I'll probably take your TV and drop it into the pool. I'll have So there you go. Then the winner of this match, I'm actually gonna say Chris Jericho wins. I think Chris Jericho is doing awesome as AEW World Champion. There's really no reason for him to lose the title right now. He's like I said, he's somewhat the reason AEW is the hottest thing. He's doing awesome as champion, and you could still continue this feud without the title. Obviously, you could do that whole Elite Inner Circle war. You can have Chris Jericho feud with other people in the Elite for that championship. And Cody, obviously, too. Even if he say this would never be, he would never get a world title match, they could always do something way down the road where, he's forced to finally, give himself a world title match or something. But this is awesome. This match, I think, is going to be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm picking Chris Jericho to win. But via the Judas effect, too. So, there you go. Who you picking?
I've been going back and forth on this.
I
really
bet this week.
deliberating on this.
I bet this week really made you question it too, huh?
Yeah. Because of that promo. But I'm gonna go with the King of the Crossroads, the roller coaster, Cody Rhodes.
There you go. Any specific reason why?
I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's Cody just wins because of everything that Jericho said about his family. He attacked his brother, broke his arm.
Yep.
By slamming it like I look Dusty Rhodes when the Four Horsemen did to him in the limo. And it's just, I just feel like it's Cody's gonna win.
Going over the win-loss record too. For the non-title tag match, the Young Bucks, both of them are 6-3 in AEW, and Proud and Powerful, both of them are 2-0 in AEW. So the Proud and Powerful undefeated, baby, undefeated.
They're about to have that one.
Maybe you never know. And then as for Cody and Chris Jericho probably has the best win-loss record in all of it.
He's not lost yet.
Yep, he's 6-0. And Cody is 4-1-1. So there you go.
What was his last loss?
When he teamed up with his brother and lost to the Young Bucks and fight for that's his only loss.
I was gonna say it's been a long time since he's lost.
Yep.
His first match he had ever was a tie. So.
No, it was against Dustin at Fight for the Fallen, and then he had the tie, and then he had the loss to the Young Bucks.
Didn't he face Darby Allin at Double or Nothing?
No, he faced him at Fight. He fought him at Fight.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Yeah.
Then we have the real main event, but it's not AEW's main event.
Match doesn't count anyway.
The Lights Out match, John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Just because I said I do it, though, gotta go over the win-loss record. Kenny Omega is 5-4, and John Moxley, because Kenny Omega too is
technically 6-4 if you want to count the unsanctioned matches.
But we don't count that. He doesn't count.
Does he? He's competed in one of those. It's against Janela, I think, right?
Yep. And John Moxley is Oh, I forgot. J comes before K. Sorry. John Moxley's 1-1-1 because he has an unsanctioned match that doesn't count against him either.
He has a bunch of those.
Well, he's got one. But yeah, this match doesn't count either way, which I kind of like. I thought they would do a storyline. I thought they were gonna do a story where they were gonna make the match count because John Moxley was so pissed about it. But I think either way, I don't think this feud will be over. This feud's gone on since John Moxley's shown up in AEW and attacked Kenny Omega. And obviously they were supposed to have the match at All Out. But obviously because of John Moxley's muscle and shoulder injury, which is, if not treated properly, it's a near-death experience. Well, it could be, you could die from it. But yeah, you have the thing, where John Moxley attacked Chris Jericho, and they had the thing on the AEW Dynamite where John Moxley put Kenny Omega through the glass table. We saw the thing live where they first revealed like the broom with barbed wire on the baseball bat, and they just been having brawls and everything. I think John Moxley's gonna win. He's so hot right now in AEW that I feel like him losing hurts him, even though it doesn't count as a win loss, but it hurts him more than it does Omega. I think Kenny Omega can afford a loss in this match. I think John Moxley should win, and they build him up, and he's like one of the next contenders to face Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship. Because that story is even written of itself, because the first person that Moxley attacked when he showed up to AEW was Chris Jericho. And it's a way they can kind of fix that feud. I mean, you can't fix it, but it's a way you could kind of get that sour taste of the feud that Moxley and Jericho had in WWE, where it was all this types of corny stuff happening. They can actually have a legitimate feud. But But I say John Moxley will beat Kenny Omega. Who you picking?
I'm gonna go with Mox.
There you go. Is it the same reasons or do you have different reasons?
I just love the character.
Yep.
And it's so different from what he was in WWE. It's like Dean Ambrose times 1,000, basically.
No, it's John Moxley times 1,000, pretty much.
There's a lot of similarities to what he was as Ambrose, but like, you're right. It's a totally different character, but it's a lot of similarities. I just love John Moxley, whether he's Ambrose or whether he's Moxley, doesn't matter to me. I love him.
The one thing I really like about it is he's not doing any corny, cheesy comedy that he was doing in WWE. Like,
he's a straightforward badass.
Yeah. And it's like WWE tried to do that, but they never could do it. Well, one, because he never won when it mattered. Remember, he went through like a pay-per-view streak where he just lost all of his pay-per-view matches.
They don't matter.
And then, he did all the corny stuff. And the one thing that no one really talks about is even though he won the championship and it was an awesome moment, he didn't win the championship when like his character was the hottest. He won it in 2016, and then his character cooled off significantly. He should have won the championship in 2015. That's when he was at the his hottest point. 2014, because he just broken off on the Shield, but there was too many things going on for him to win it then. 2015, no excuses. None of that. I do love too that WWE's still kind of fucked him over because it's because of that injury he had in 2017 that like it's fucked over him and everywhere else, so he still talks about that. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool they went to his house, or like his backyard for like this week for like the thing because there's a certain someone, his wife can't be shown. So which is, I think it's funny. It's quite funny stuff. But yeah,
this is my house.
Yep.
We can't go inside of it because there's a certain someone there from a certain company.
Yep.
We can't show.
That she was like walking in the background and like they actually like, picked up a voice.
Throwing her arms up in the air.
Huh?
Like throwing her arms up in the air, like, "Hey, I'm here, guys."
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. I think there's nothing left to talk about. We did all the predictions. I mean, like we said, we could predict like, how many times a wrestler's gonna blink do it in each match, how many times they're gonna walk, run. But we're not doing any of that here. How many people are gonna buy concessions there? I don't even know how you predict that. Like,
I don't know how you predict that. I don't know how you predict it. You can't predict anything.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it, guys. For me and Chris's portion, enjoy the rest of the predictions video.
And also enjoy AEW Full Gear on Saturday. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, is there anything you want to plug or promote?
Everything you need to know about me, any personals that are available to you, are in this wonderful thing called the description box down below.
Yep.
Click them, and it brings you to everything you need. My Instagram and my Twitter. All you need.
And as for me, it'll probably get plugged at the end of the video, but, check out the Wrestling Rundown for all the rundowns, and not the Wrestling Fortune 44 for all the Wrestling Rundowns and retros and all that type of stuff. And check out, Oh on the Talkinator for my non-wrestling stuff and CM Brothers just for other stuff. And I would imagine we're going to end up doing some type of like live stream on James's channel, James Hebert Side 95 for All Out. Not All Out. See, now James has me doing it. But I imagine we're going to do that for Full Gear. I would be shocked if we don't end up doing some type of live stream or something for Full Gear.
Yeah, we probably will be because we're going to all be together pretty much.
Because they haven't said anything about it, but it's gonna happen. It's just and it's not like we're gonna stop it either. Just be like, nope, no live streams. The only way like we would stop it is if like Chris got like scared of cameras all of a sudden. Like,
I'm petrified of cameras.
all of a sudden, like, Saturday from like 7 to like 10:30 at night, you were just scared of cameras.
I'm petrified.
And then you at 10:31 or right when AEW Full Gear goes on off the air, you'll be like, "Hey, why did we do a live stream? I'm not scared of them anymore." But that's it. We're just rambling. Enjoy the rest of the predictions video. If like I said, I don't know when if this is going in towards the end, if it's going in towards the beginning, middle, whatever. Maybe it won't make
Hopefully
the cut.
it's up before Full Gear.
Yeah. But yeah, we're done. We did our predictions. We did our part. So everybody else, do your part.
Oh, boys, the Indie Force is back in town, and let me tell you something. We're going to be taking home the gold one way or the other. And for the record, in case you don't know who the Indie Force is, mine is Casey Gallagher. Big one up for our homie. We got Nikos, we got Michael X, and we're here to claim some goddamn gold. Michael X, tell him what the fuck is up.
We're coming, motherfucker. We're not just going to take your gold. We're going to take your receding hairlines. We're going to take your twitchy little fucking hands. We are taking everything from you. Everything that makes you, you. You think you're the greatest. You think that you're the best. You think that you are everything that is podcasting. You ain't nothing but the shit that we walk on going to the park. You want some? Come fucking get some.
Nikos, what do you got to say? Let them know what's up. Go. I want to.
If you think that you can come in here, talk shit about us, motherfucker, you got another thing coming, because we can't be stopped.
We
Can't be
stopped.
moved.
Can't be moved.
Can't be
rocked.
dropped. Can't be rocked. We hot. When will you fellas learn? We are the Indie Force. We are the brand. We are the advertisement. We are the true content.
We are Indie Force, motherfucker. Let's get to predicting, boys. How about it? Let's get this shit going.
Oh, hell yes.
Fuckers.
Let's go. Hold on. Let me get the card up. I was so hyped for the intro, I forgot to get the card up. Look at me. All right, hold on.
Can't
I gotta
be
get.
stopped, James.
Yeah, I know. What can you do? Hey, at least we had a cool one, right? At least we were able to hack into the broadcast.
Chris Dodd, Owen Finch, we're coming for you, mother.
Climb into your window, snatch your peoples up.
All right. With the power of Google Voice, specifically, AEW Full Gear Full Card. Perfect. A full card is announced thanks to CBS Sports. All right. We ready to predict, boys? Got the full card.
Shoot.
All right. So the first match, Dr. Britt Baker versus B. Priestley, the buy-in preview. It's the only pre-show match, for the record. It's been built up for a long while now, ever since Fight for the Fallen. These girls have kind of been at each other's throat, and It's been a rivalry ever since. Britt Baker cut a hell of a promo on Dark recently, kind of just shitting all over Britt Baker, which it was like a half worked, half shoot kind of deal, and I really like it. Wish I could hear more from B. Priestley, but hey, I'll take one over the other, so there's that. Who do we got? We got Dr. Britt Baker versus B. Priestley. We're going to go with Michael X. Who you got?
Well, let's take a look at the situation, not the shitty Jersey Shore wannabe. Here's the situation that's going down. I'm picking the Doctor.
Picking DMD. All right.
Because A, I love Dungeons and Dragons. And also, I love Doritos Macaroni Doritos. Somebody is going to make that a thing, and I can't wait for the day when that becomes real.
I'm not sure what to think of this prediction, but okay, sure.
Don't question the pound for pound greatest succeeding champion ever. I came in,
you
saw
tell
it,
me
and
not to question you, but I'm questioning you. That was a weird.
Dude,
fuck.
I thought we were keeping the flow going with nonsense. So I just decided.
No. I mean, we are gonna be nonsense. You can be as nonsense as you want.
We're already nonsensical.
I mean, we
look
did
at
our
me.
intro. It's fine. Anyway, Nikos, what do you gotta say? Who you got? B. Priestley or Britt Baker?
I'm gonna have to go with the Doctor because it has been nigh on high that I need to fix my teeth.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go with Britt. I'm gonna go with Britt Baker because anytime she hits that the lockjaw, it's over. Brings his Saturn with a mandible claw. Talk about an innovative submission finish. Like it.
We have a.
I thought that move was called rinse and spit and go ahead and rinse.
No, she locks your jaw. That's the whole idea. That's why she calls it the lockjaw. I wish she called it the yankum, because that would have been fucking hilarious.
No, if she's gonna call a move the yankum, it'd be great if it was a DDT, which goes straight into the mandible claw.
Or it was it was a fucking mandible claw slam.
It's a mandible claw choke slam.
Yeah, it's like
You would
taking a move out of Glenn Jacobs' playbook. No.
Taking a move out of Kane. Which Kane? Pick one. They're all the same Kane.
We're talking about are we talking about Roydon Kane? We talking about Kate Kane? We talking about corporate ministry Kane? Are we talking
No,
we're talking about corporate Kane? Are we talking about bipolar Kane? Are we talking about demon Kane? Are we talking about no mask Kane?
We're talking about hot dog seller Kane.
No, we're talking about where's a towel Kane. No.
The scariest Kane.
The scariest Kane because he did creepy faces into the screen.
I chokeslammed Bischoff and looked like I had hemorrhoids.
My ass itches and these pants are too tight.
I got lice in my asshole.
Testicles.
My name is Kane, and I am
the candy ass.
I am Kane, and I speak Portuguese.
That would be, I guarantee you he probably does.
He does.
We all got Britt Baker. That's pretty unanimous.
Yes, and we all have Kane, specifically Towel Kane.
All right, next matchup. The first match on the Full Gear card. Sean Spears, the chairman, versus the bad boy, Joey Janela. So, little history on this. It was very quick, brief, to the point. Sean Spears, Tully Blanchard was sipping coffee. Joey Janela appeared to Tully Blanchard, put his cigarette out in his coffee. This led to Tully Blanchard being fucking pissed, as you would when you have a fucking cigarette dumped in your fucking coffee.
Dropped, not dumped. Dropped.
After Joey Janela's win with Jimmy Havoc, albeit in a very controversial way, considering the team did not get along, he was in the backstage. Tully Blanchard came up and he said, "You need to be taught a lesson." Sean Spears then pretty much decks him and gets pliers to pull his tongue out. Then Tully Blanchard puts a lit cigarette down his fucking throat. You don't see this, mind you. I'm sure they didn't actually do it, but the visual is you're supposed to believe that he put a cigarette down Joey Janela's fucking mouth, which
I say
if
he
being
put
Joey Janela, I would not be surprised if he would do it in real life.
Well, to be fair, Joey Janela probably, if you're going with the storyline, he would do it onto his tongue. Because the tongue can at least take a lot of heat more than anything else.
Oh, yeah, true.
You fucking put that down his throat. Yeah, have fun. Your esophagus is going to be doing this at the end of the night. Kill me.
Who is that crazy motherfucker from Breaking Bad that put out a cigar on his tongue?
Pretty much, yeah. But with that being
Exact
said,
same concept.
Dynamite after the Dynamite After Dark, which was like the day after, Sean Spears had a match with Brandon Cutler. He won pretty decisively. Tried to attack Brandon Cutler by hitting a Death Valley driver onto the chair afterwards, but Joey Janela ran down and was just a fucking wild man swinging for the fences against Sean Spears, chasing him out of the ring like nobody I've ever seen. Like, he looked like a man possessed. So that was great to see. And I'm looking forward to this match for the short build it had. Keep in mind, this was billed in 2 days, and it makes sense why Sean Spears is mad, and why Joey Janela is mad, and why they're having a match. And it was a cool way to build it for a short fucking time.
Sean Spears.
Oh, yeah, I got Sean Spears.
Because
Still, looking forward to it.
Joey Janela beating him. I don't know what the match stipulation is. It's probably going to be hardcore.
It's just a regular one-on-one.
Bullshit. It's going to be a hardcore match halfway through.
Nah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But now, in fairness, a match I highly recommend, or 2 matches actually, both involve Joey Janela and Kenny Omega. The unsanctioned match that was on Dark and the match they had right after on Dynamite. It was just a regular one-on-one. That one on Dynamite. And both matches, he hung with Kenny Omega. He actually fucking shined with Kenny Omega. So,
well, to be fair, an 8-year-old can have a great match with Kenny Omega.
Yes, but in this case...
Which, Nikos, if you have no idea, that's real.
That was actually a 9-year-old.
Make-A-Wish Foundation is going to have a blast.
Yeah. I'm convinced it's Riho, by the way. But that's just me.
I don't believe it because Riho does... Dude,
Riho trained at the age of 9, and the girl that Kenny Omega fought was 9 years old.
Yeah, and how long has Kenny Omega been in fucking New Japan?
Well, he was in DDT Pro in this case, but
regardless.
How long has it been since that match?
All ages, but still. I guarantee you, she's 22 now. And this happened forever ago. Like, I mean, forever ago.
I'm looking it up.
Go for it. Anyway.
Well, you guys can... I'm going to look it up.
So, you got Sean Spears, I got Sean Spears. Nikos, who do you got?
The Chairman.
The Chairman? You mean the Chairman?
Yeah.
Depending on which version of the word you're using.
Chairman. Chairman, trust me.
Unless he's French, then it's a shaman.
Or the Charmin.
Ultra soft?
Yeah. As long as he's got Tully Blanchard with him, he's ultra soft.
Or in this case, ultra hard.
Pause.
Get it? Because, steel into your head. That's a joke.
He gets head from Tully Blanchard.
Thank you. I was thinking about that for a couple days now, and I'm like, can't wait till somebody says it. Yeah,
and Arn Anderson's in the back going, "Aloha, Arn. Aloha, Arn.
Aloha head. Aloha head."
So, James, do you know what the problem with Riho being the 9-year-old?
Go ahead, shoot.
the 9-year-old match that Kenny had with the 9-year-old girl
Yeah.
was in 2011.
11, 12.
Wow.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. That should be a story that they should run with, though. I'm not even joking.
I hope
Let's
they
beat
don't.
up. Let's
That'd
beat
be
up the
fucking
9-year-old.
hilarious, in my opinion. I mean, you don't have to say it outright, but still. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, that's good to know. Cool. So, Sean Spears. You got Sean Spears. You got Sean Spears. Cool. Cool. Now we got the AEW Tag Team Championship. So it's the SCU, which are the champions. They won the tag team tournament to be the first ever champions, versus the Lucha Brothers versus Private Party. This is gonna be a fucking barn burner. Fucking hell. I can't wait for this. So we're gonna do 2 different predictions. 1, who will win. 2, what team will take the fall. I got SCU on Private Party. Nikos, who do you got?
I got SCU on Lucha Bros.
All right, and Mike, what do you got?
Zero Mierdo.
Mm-hmm.
No shit, I'm gonna pick the Lucha Bros for fuck's sake.
And who takes the fall?
You said it's the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks, right?
Lucha
No.
Bros versus SCU and Private Party.
Pay attention, though. There's gonna be a fucking quiz later.
Yeah, bullshit. Fucking quiz later. You motherfuckers don't even like being in school. You motherfuckers gonna start making quizzes? Bullshit.
It's the Lucha Brothers are fighting SCU, who are the tag champions, and Private Party in a triple threat tag. So who do you got taking the fall?
Let's see. SCU's contacted champ.
Huh?
I can, because if I go with fucking Lucha Bros, that gives them a, let's see, 33% chance of winning.
Well, here's the problem too. You got to remember the inaugural champions were literally crowned last week on Dynamite.
So it's going to be the SCU. It has to be. It makes the most sense.
All right, who do you got them? Who do you think they're pinning?
Private Party. And no, it's going to be Lucha Bros. It's going to be the Lucha Bros because they have to pin. They have to pin an established tag team that has some levity to it, where Private Party really doesn't. They don't have as much as the Lucha Bros do.
Fair enough. Alrighty. That's fair enough. All right, now we're gonna do the rematch of Pac versus Hangman Adam Page. This is number 3. So the first one was at Pac, whatever the fuck his name is.
Pac. Just call him Pac. For fuck's sake.
I'm calling him Pac. It's supposed to be Pac, according to Justin Roberts.
Oh, I don't care what Justin Roberts
Pac
says.
versus Hangman Adam Page. I have, and this is going to be a bold one. Actually, not really. Everybody thinks he's going to lose, but I got Pac to win. Pac is on a hot streak right now. I think he'll be next in line to be a contender for the belt. So I'm going to go with Pac. Because, again, it doesn't matter if you're a face or a heel. I happen to think here's the reason why I think it's going to be Pac. If Pac wins, Cody wins. We'll get to that later, but my pick is Pac. So there's that. Because I don't think they're going to do Hangman Page again. Like, there's no way. But, yeah, there you go. This match just kind of came about after the series of matches that they had. The first one on the indie show where they had Adam Page sell the bum knee on the Double or Nothing show. And then after that, after he lost the belt, they had a match on Dynamite. Hangman, Adam Page lost there. And then this is pretty much the rubber match. I believe both are 1-1 against each other. So, Hangman Adam Page versus Pac. This will be the rubber match here in AEW. I'm just going to go with Pac Mike, who do you got?
Hangman.
Specifically X.
I'm picking Hangman.
Picking Hangman. Alrighty.
I can't go against my boy, dude. He has not done me wrong yet.
And Nikos, who do you got?
You know, I chose Pac to win on the first night he won at All Out. And since then, he's just been phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
stuff he pulls through, and that submission, though.
The fucking brutalizer is
The
amazing.
brutalizer. Yeah.
Say,
I love how he hits the
Air
black
point.
arrow into the brutalizer. That's a fucking sick combo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Pac on this one.
Yeah, I feel that. So there we go. So 2 Pac, 1 Hangman. And
Hey. And I'm gonna end this thing really quick with a rapper's name. Is it Tupac or Tupac?
haha.
No, seriously.
In this case, it's just Pac. Because
It's
there
Pac.
was 6-pack, and now there's 2-pack. There's too many packs. Too
No,
many
it's
packs.
just-
Too many packs.
And I'm asking you a serious question. Is his name Tupac or Tupac?
2-pack.
Wrong, it's Tupac. His name's Tupac Shakur.
His name is Tupac Shakur, but if Neville had the name, it would be 2-pack.
Yeah, if Neville had the name, everybody would say it wrong, and we all have to sit there and go, just fucking call him Pac. All it's missing is a fucking K. That's all it's missing is the letter K, and it's Pac.
He should just, you know what he should just call him? They should honestly just call him Full
Pac
Pack.
these nuts.
No, unpack these nuts. Is that what you just said? Stop it.
A,
Wait.
for you are exquisite. B, for you are beautiful. C, you are confident. And because you are who you are, I give you this D
Oh, for fuck's
for
sake.
distinction.
All right. AEW Women's World Championship match. Riho versus the champion going up against Emi Sakura. I am not going to make the same mistake I've done in the past. Riho is winning. Riho is retaining. I don't see Emi Sakura carrying the division on her back like Riho has. Rio's winning this.
So you finally realized that the warrior prince, you cannot stop the warrior princess.
Yes. By the way, holy shit has she gotten over with this fucking audience. Oh my god.
Yeah,
She-
she has.
Dude, I fucking told you when I believe it was Double or Nothing. Or no, it was a pay-per-view after Double or Nothing. I think it was Fighter
It was
Fest.
Fighter Fest, you told me.
He said there's no way she's gonna win against fucking Rose. And I go, yeah, well, yeah, sure.
Well, I thought it was Rose or it was going to be the other girl, but fuck.
Dude,
It was
that's
Riho.
all- that's the whole thing. I want you to put it from a marketing perspective. Just an idea. Do you know how easy it is to sell her as a doll?
Fair enough. I didn't even think about that.
Look at her entire outfit and design.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect for a child, for a little girl's like plushie doll.
Fair enough.
And if AEW
Yeah.
takes the idea from me, I want at least 5%. I came up with it. It's in the video, and here's the release. Go fuck yourselves if you say you came up with it months ago. Fuck you.
All right. So we all pick Riho at this point. I think it's unanimous.
Watch, we're all going to be wrong.
Carried unanimously. I mean, come on. She's basically the female Luco Lucky of this franchise.
Yeah.
That's fucking possible.
Now we get to the hardest 3 matches to predict. As I said, and I said it on the rundown last episode, I don't think there has been a pay-per-view so unpredictable with 3 matches back to back to back since WrestleMania 17. Honest to God. Honest to God,
Really?
this is one of the. This has been the most unpredictable
remind-
main event matches in decades for a pay-per-view.
Would you remind the audience, and including me, the main 3 matches to WrestleMania, and then we can do a quick comparison.
For comparison,
Yes, because WrestleMania 17 had 3.
I do have to pull up the card just to put this in
That's fine.
perspective.
That's fine. I think it's more. I think it's more fair comparison with older WrestleMania with the nowadays paper.
It will give me He'll give me the card in order, I'm sure.
Yes. One can hope.
Results. All right. So, I believe for some reason the gimmick battle royal was one of them, but we're gonna just completely cut that out, and we're gonna pretend that the TLC match was one of the main events. So it was the TLC match, The Undertaker versus Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock.
Okay, that's the main event, correct? Or is that?
Yeah, that's the main event. Undertaker and Triple H was the semi-main, and Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys were actually 9th on the card. They were not 10th, but I'm gonna pretend they're 10th because the gimmick battle royal was really just a piss break.
With just the middle break, like what we did with the 10-man women's gauntlet as the break.
10 women's gauntlet, yeah, but that was more second on the card.
As I said, it's
and ours is better because it was a fucking gauntlet and it wasn't a gimmick battle royal, which is what that was.
It was kind of a gimmick because it was we did it in a Royal Rumble.
As in the gimmick battle royal, it was literally full of shit gimmicks. Our gimmicks were good, so there's that.
There we go.
Anyway, I mean the joke was they were shit gimmicks, but yeah.
It's Kishi fighting Fatu.
So the first match out of these 3, the Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz. Holy shit, the way they built this up. I love this match already. Like, I cannot wait to see these two teams fucking tear it up. Ever since the Proud and Powerful, as they're now going by, the former LAX joined the Inner Circle, which is Jericho's group. They've been on an absolute tear. They've taken out the Rock and Roll Express. They've attacked the Young Bucks. They've attacked, friends of the Elite themselves. Just been on an absolute tear, and the Young Bucks are taking exception to this fact. Santana and Ortiz initially made out the challenge with Jericho speaking on their behalf, with Ortiz just screaming over and over and over again, "We the best! We're the best! We're the best!" Can you tell they're the best? I don't know if you heard it after he said it 1,500 times over Jericho talking. And then the Young Bucks the next week said, "Santana, Ortiz, we accept." So, short, sweet, to the point. Attacks later, attacking Young Bucks inspirations, Rock and Roll Express after the fact. The go home angle showed them getting involved in that massive brawl that closed out Dynamite this week, which was fucking great, by the way. Go watch it. It's fucking amazing. And hence why we have this match. And the reason why I say it's unpredictable is because literally no one had an advantage coming out of that go home show. It was so unpredictable with those last 3 matches, because everybody in these last 3 matches was involved in this brawl, and including more people, by the way. So, that being said,
yes,
I got Proud and Powerful to win. I gotta go with Proud and Powerful. I don't think. So the thing is, I don't think the Young Bucks necessarily need the win, because the Young Bucks have won, like, the first 2 pay-per-views, and I feel like, they're there to not necessarily... They're kind of putting people over right now. Their time's going to come when they win the tag belts. I don't think right now has to be the time. But again, this is a really hard... I'm just going by logic in my head, and even then, it's like... Any way they book this, literally anybody can look strong the way they've been booking this shit. So I can't really complain either way, whoever wins. But I'm going to go with just just with Santana and Ortiz, just because you want the Inner Circle to win, essentially something. And I don't think they'll win the main event. And again, we'll get to that, but that's why I'm going with them.
Nico, you want to go next on this one?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a stab at this. I will also. What?
I'm gonna need a minute because I'm like, fuck, I gotta think about this one now.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Of course. As much as I really want Young Bucks to win, I mean, like what you said earlier, James, they've been on like a hot streak with winning these matches like since they debuted Fight for the Fallen, or since All Out. Okay. I think this pay-per-view basically has to build up the Inner Circle. So plus, especially for LAX, they really need this build if they're like going after for like the major leagues, like taking out the Young Bucks would be like they're.
Not to mention, I guarantee you, whoever wins this match is going to be next in line for the tag team championship.
Yeah, obviously. Which I'm gonna have a prediction for that later, but for this specific match, I'm gonna have to say LAX because the Inner Circle needs to be strong at this point, since they're already a growing faction.
Yeah, 100%.
And plus, Young Bucks. I mean, I kind of want to see them win, but they've already won like multiple times, so.
Yeah, I agree.
I probably would like. I kind of want to see what LAX can do in this type of match. I mean, we've only seen one match with these guys, and I want to see more of that.
Unless you watch TNA Impact way back in the day, then you have a little bit more of a grandiose idea of what they're like in the ring.
If I had cable back then, but
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna side with LAX on this one.
This is not an easy one. Let's see. Young Bucks, LAX. What's their team?
Who?
It's Young Bucks and LAX, correct?
Well, Young Bucks, they're now not. They can't even use the LAX name. Just call them Proud and Powerful, or PNP for short.
Okay, so LAX.
PNP, or okay, Proud and Powerful. You gotta LAX is dead here. This ain't gonna work.
Dude, I don't care. I'm going to go by the name that I know them the most by. But in any case, with Pride and Powerful, let me think. Do the Young Bucks need to win? No. Do they need to win? Maybe.
Do you think they need to build the Inner Circle as a faction?
Kind of, but I'm not sure how thick they're willing to try to make.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Whoever wins this will probably be next in line for the tag belts.
Fuck, they're probably gonna have to build the Inner Circle. It makes the most sense at this point. Yeah, you guys are right.
There you go. So it's unanimous there. But again, it wasn't an easy decision. They made that very unpredictable on the go-home show for sure. So it could really go either way. And either way they do go about it, I'm very confident with AEW's abilities to book it however they're going to book it. I'm just waiting for this barn burner of a fucking tag match. I'm ready. Let's go. In the main event of the full-on show that AEW is responsible for, we will get to the final match later. The AEW World Championship, 60 minutes, 3 judges at ringside in case it goes to a tie. And if Cody loses, he will never challenge for the World Championship again. However, there's a caveat in this with MJF, and he could possibly turn. Not only that, they had a big-ass brawl with MJF involved, and Cody involved, and Jericho involved, the Inner Circle involved, the Elite involved, Moxley involved. It was a fucking chaotic fucking brawl that I mentioned earlier. And that go home show really didn't leave anybody with a fucking advantage. And Cody and Jericho was the biggest vocal build-up point. It was built in the second portion of the show. It was built in the fourth portion of the show, and then it was built in the final portion of the show. No one had a clear-cut advantage at the end of that show. Jericho had an even keel. Cody had an even keel. Literally, this could be anybody's ball game. This is the tough one right here. This is fucking tough.
See, here's the issue if Cody loses. He'll never have the ability to go after the World Heavyweight title, but as we know, wrestling, not everything is like 100% grounded. So...
Well, here's why. This is why. Here's why I say this. I think Cody means it for a while. I think he's gonna mean it for a while, for a long, long while. If he challenges again, it's not gonna be till a while, and he would physically have to quit his managerial position for real. I don't think Cody's a genuine person with this, and I've met him. As he is in real life is exactly how he was when I met him. So, I know people are going to criticize it, but after that promo, after that fucking... For the record, have you guys seen that promo that Cody cut?
Oh my god, what a powerful, emotional...
That's going on a t-shirt. His
That
going to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island for professional wrestling. Like, there's so many quotes in this promo. This promo is right up there with Dusty Rhodes' Hard Times, Stone Cold Steve Austin on the beer truck from Raw, building up to Mania 15. It's up there with the all-time great babyface promos.
So that begs the question. We have Jericho going in there with Cody. We have Jericho, who so far has been undefeated.
Yeah.
And Cody, who has lost
6-0 or 7-0.
I think it's 7-0. And we have Cody.
Okay, Cody has the second best record in AEW right now. He's got only one loss and one draw overall, and he's got, I believe, 4 wins under his belt, which made him the default number 1 contender. So, here's what I'm going to say. And this is a very bold prediction, and people were shocked I made this prediction. But Cody's taking the belt. Cody's winning, and here's why. Jericho's birthday is on Saturday. Could you imagine the heel work he could do after losing the title on his birthday, and how many promos he could cut about that, and how entertaining it would be? It would be gold. It would be gold. And Jericho can make anything work right now because he's unscripted, unfiltered, just like Cody, just like Moxley, just like Omega, just like the Young Bucks, everybody. He's going to make this entertaining. Not only that, after that promo, you cannot not put the belt on Cody. You just can't. I don't care if he's managerial or not. Bite me. He won the fans over. He won critics over so much in that one promo. I think if you did, I mean, you could do the whole deal where MJF turns on him. So either way, they're going to be safe. They could go with Jericho. They could go with Cody. But as far as, I'm not going to be disappointed on whoever wins, which is great. So I don't have to worry. But I think Cody's going to take this. Just for the simple reason, I think they could do more with it. I think that's just what I think. But they could easily go the other way with it. But I'm going with Cody. That's just going to be my gut pick.
I have to agree because I have met Dusty Rhodes when I was a kid, and I will never, ever go against his own children on this one.
Dude, that promo was fucking incredible.
Yeah, I can't go against the family on this one.
Nightmare Family all the way. What do you think? What do you think, Nikos? You for the Nightmare Family?
Oh my god, that promo like was an amazing promo. Like shit, I actually had to stop watching to go look up what was the Lion's Tale to see what he wrote about the similarities between
That's
him and
awesome.
fucking Cody. Like, oh my, this is really challenging. Like, on one hand, I want Jericho to win because I want him to build that streak he's going right now with, how he's remaining undefeated. It's gonna be on his birthday, but with Cody's promo though, I mean, he really sounds like it's all gonna be on him. But then again, he's got the managerial position
and it's
where
it's not even out of spite. And I'll tell you why everybody's thinking he's doing this in a selfish way. There's no way. He's so genuine. He's so passionate about AEW.
he is passionate.
Wrestling. It would be stupid not to have him win that belt. You remember how I said Chris Jericho was like the Buddy Rogers of AEW? Cody Rhodes is Bruno Sammartino in this situation. The perfect babyface to dethrone the heel. He just is. And you have so many options with Cody as champion. You have Cody and Pac, Cody and MJF, Cody and Santana, Cody Sammy Guevara, Cody Darby 2. There's so many possibilities with Cody Rhodes as champion at the helm. And giving him a long run with that belt, I think will show WWE, hey, guess what, fuckers? I am all that, and then some. You lost out on this opportunity, and now I got this, which I'm fucking passionate about. So in a way, thank you, but also fuck you. So
yeah, this is going to be a really tough one for me. On one hand, I feel like Jericho needs to win for the inner circle to be building up. But then again, they've had weeks for that. So I guess you could say that this is the moment where, I feel like one faction of the inner circle would win. But then again, I was thinking maybe Jericho could win because remember, who does he got in his corner? It's just observing
Jake Hager, true.
And I was thinking maybe he's going to do something. Referee is not looking. Hits him with an MMA move. It's a wrap. But then again, Dustin Rhodes has some unfinished business with Hager. So I really think maybe Dustin's going to be involved in like outside ringside action. But maybe it could cause a distraction. Who knows? But my God, this is so difficult. Like, in my heart, I want to say Cody, but in my mind, say Jericho. So this is a really tough match.
If you had to make a decision right now, who are you going with? Ultimate decision.
I'm gonna have to go with Chris Jericho.
All right.
I mean, I could be wrong on this.
I think either way, AEW's done such a phenomenal job building every possibility, every plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, that any option they go with will be perfect. Literally, because there are so many possibilities with whoever you go with. I think there's more possibilities with Cody, but Jericho winning ain't exactly a caveat. It ain't exactly a bad thing if Jericho retains. And I love that. And we're gonna get to that with Moxley and Omega, which is the final match. But I'm as I said, like this card, like. The unpredictability factor, I feel like a wrestling fan again. I know I said this until I blew in the fucking face, but
don't turn blue. It's a bad color.
It's such a fucking well built up card. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're building up what matters. They're building up the story where it counts. Like, they know what the fuck they're doing. They don't just have one plan and they have to stick with it. They have multiple plans, and if they want to change it on a whim, they can in that moment because they already had that plan in place. You could tell this was well thought out. This was a
Sure.
well thought out plan, regardless of the outcome.
And besides, who says Cody's gonna retire from fighting if he loses? He's only
He ain't
gonna
gonna
lose.
retire.
He's not gonna retire. He's just gonna lose. He's just never gonna challenge for the championship again. And I feel like he's better at managing the company.
He is. I ain't gonna deny that, but
he's at a position where
I don't
he's
think there's
thinking,
dude.
do I
what
continue
better,
managing,
what better
or do I
babyface
focus
is there
on?
right now? Honest
Okay,
to God,
you're
in wrestling,
both-
just
You're
in the scope
both.
of wrestling.
Hold on. You're both talking at the same time. How about Nikos? You finish your point that you were trying to finish. Then James, you can jump in and say what your point was because you two are fucking talking at the same time. And I know the viewers sitting there going, "Why don't you shut the fuck up so I can hear the point that you're trying to make?"
Okay, so I'll
Jesus
just make this
Christ.
quick.
Yeah.
I'll just make this quick. So when you got Cody, he is managing the company, and I think he's doing a spectacular job in managing this company. But being as champion, it puts him at a higher risk of getting more involved into matches, where I feel like it's a good thing, but I would just kind of like it better if he would just stay with managing, because he really handles on managing like the company than fighting for it. I mean, it's enjoyable to watch him fight, but you know, if he's champion, it's gonna throw him off his game if he has to stick to being a champion while managing. It's gonna, I mean, if he can handle it, if he wins, okay. I mean, I hope he, you know, he handles these challenges well. But in my philosophy, you can either do one job or you can either do two. And if you can do two, all right, well, good luck.
Here's where I disagree with you. Yes, here's where I disagree with you. You've been conditioned by WWE that you can only do one job or the other. Look at Triple H when he was doing the fucking authority angle. Look at Vince McMahon throughout his entire run. Because it was great at the time, but it died a death after the Attitude Era ended. Shane McMahon, same thing. Stephanie McMahon, same thing. You've been conditioned that the authority figure, who's also wrestles from time to time, is too much, especially when it came to Triple H. At least in the authoritarian role context on the main roster. So here's the difference between Cody and Hunter, and here's the difference between Cody and Vince. Cody's exactly like his father. You mentioned that, well, if Cody does good at the role of being both champion and his management, great. I don't just think he can do both. I know he can do both. He's got his father's blood, and he proved it in this promo. That's why I say Cody has to be the guy. And even though he's management, think of it like this. That one promo he cut made him the top tier baby face, not just in AEW, in all of pro wrestling. And all of pro wrestling, even over Kazuchika Okada, who's held that title for how long? This dude in one night made himself a bona fide living legend off that fucking promo. He's a babyface for fucking life as far as I'm concerned. You have to. You have to. You just have to put the belt on him. Well, seriously, I mean, you don't have to do it right away, maybe you could do it very later on, sure. But I think they got something so good here with Cody. Like, Cody's fucking white hot. I mean white hot. Like, he ain't just red hot. He white hot. He's fucking on fire right now. Like, regardless, again, no matter the outcome, it's gonna be great. I really do think Cody's gonna come away with the W, because holy shit, like that promo is fucking intense. I get goosebumps thinking about it still. That
Well, that's
promo was
that's
godlike.
that's a fair point because Cody has dropped every single week an incredible, or every single time he's on TV.
Anything with
promo.
Jericho and Cody in it, it's like the best segment on AEW. Anything with those two. Serious. Like,
I'm not
those two
disagreeing.
were going to carry the show.
I'm not disagreeing, but I have a side point to make.
Go for it.
Let's say Cody does win, hypothetically, because we don't know what's going to happen. Shit changes on the fly all the time. You and I know that from experience. But what we can say is, if Cody does win, hypothetically again, that he will defend the shit out of that title.
Oh, 100%.
He's going to defend it till it gets ingrained in your head. Title match tonight, right? It will be ingrained into your goddamn head. Like, you won't be able to go to sleep at night until you're like, fuck, I forgot about the title match. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. Forgot about that title match. But we'll see what happens. Again, we can't predict the future. If I could, I'd be a friggin' millionaire right now.
Yeah, I know. Especially nowadays in the wrestling business. You kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
You predicted AEW, you would have been like, you would have been a billionaire, never mind a millionaire.
I would have sat there saying, all right, boys, so I'm going to give you the little lowdown on what's going to happen. Some company's going to come in out of nowhere and WWE is going to shit bricks. You wouldn't have believed me. None of you would have believed me.
I would have, though.
That's what everybody
It was
said.
a long time coming. I after All In, I sensed something was brewing. But anyway, that's besides the point.
I say it was as soon as fucking Cody brought out the throne.
It was before that. It was All In. It was 100% All In. No question about it. All In was the catalyst for all this. You forget.
Sure.
That being said, final match, because that was the final match on the actual show. But this is a lights out match, non-sanctioned by AEW. Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega. The Cleaner versus the Lunatic Fringe. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. I don't know who the fuck's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win. I've been struggling to figure out who the hell is gonna win this.
Why don't we break it down? Let's break it down from the start, and then we'll go from there. So Kenny Omega, if you don't know who he is, fuck, that's why YouTube exists. He is not known for his hardcore matches, like at all. And if this is non-sanctioned, it's gonna be a fucking hardcore match. I'm calling it.
Oh no, that's what unsanctioned is. That's what lights out is. All legal. All legal. Refs only there to count a pinfall or submission.
I really hope that somebody in the crowd goes, "Get him with the dick twist." What?
All right, so
Twist.
here's my. Actually, fuck it, Mike. Who do you got? Go.
Okay, so Moxley's already in.
Yes,
And
but
we
Omega's
know
also in it, and Omega had an awesome
I
unsanctioned
know.
match with Janela.
I'm saying it like this. We need to think about it from the conceptual understanding of both of the people going into this. This is not going to be a normal ass match. Everybody should know that. This is not going to be a normal, like, oh, it's going to be a nice little one-on-one. This is going to fucking hurt. You're going to look at this and ask the question, are they okay by the end of this match? I can already call it now that there is going to be blood. I'm calling. There is going to be blood fucking drawn in the match.
There will be blood.
There will be. There will be much of it too. But the important thing to note here is if Moxley has the home field advantage, since it's hardcore stipulations, absolutely has the home field advantage on this one.
Yeah.
There's no denying that. However, Kenny beats him athletically. 100%.
Yeah.
Kenny can fucking run circles around him the entire night if he tries to. So that needs to be put in mind as well. So what we can break down from this so far is this is going to be a banger of a match. This is going to
Definitely.
hurt. But what we need to maintain is one important thing. Has Kenny lost a match since Pac? Because my brain's telling me no. Okay.
Kenny has not lost a match since Pac, and Moxley's only blemish is a time limit draw with Pac.
Wait. What about that tag team match?
Yeah,
Between-
well, he lost, but he turned on Pac because you know, that was a whole deal.
The whole shtick, if you will.
So I assume you're going with Moxley.
I have to go in Omega.
Really? Okay.
I'm basing it mostly upon mathematical limitation here.
Okay.
The
Well,
simple
let's bring up the maths. This will not count on their win-loss record.
yes, but
Still going with Omega with that fact?
I'm still going in with Omega with that fact 100%. But it still needs to be stated, and it's very important that it needs to be stated. Kenny has not had a bad match since he showed up.
Kenny never has a bad match.
Exactly.
No.
So this is not easy. This is not an easy pick. I have to go with Kenny. It makes the most sense to me. I don't know why. He has the most to gain from this.
Nikos, we'll have you go last. I'll go next here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go opposite. I gotta go Moxley because Moxley is gonna show a lot more than people think here. This is gonna be a fucking classic match. Weapons and all. This will be awesome. Every bit of this will be awesome. I can already hear Dave Meltzer giving this 6 stars before the pay-per-view even ends. Or even fucking starts. Who am I kidding? This is going to be fucking great. 100%. I gotta go with Moxley, though, because I think Moxley is going to be one of those contenders for... If I'm going with the Cody pick, I think that will be... I think... if you're not going to do Pac and Cody, and I think you can easily do Pac and Cody, you could then do Moxley and Cody, which would be a great fucking feud, especially on the microphone.
Especially since the fact they've both worked in the same company at the same time.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And these are two entirely rejuvenated wrestlers here.
Coming from a shithole. So
yes. 100%. Yes.
So again, all three of us have our own perspective on this.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, whoever walks out of this, both men are going to look great.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. As I said, it was the same thing I said with Cody and Jericho. You could literally go with either result on this, and I would not complain. Because I know they know what they're doing. I don't have to worry about booking in the next 5 years, 10 years, because AEW has already taken care of that for me. You know? Finally, a fucking company that listens to its fucking audience.
It only took, years?
Yeah, right. Nikos, who you got? Moxley v. Omega unsanctioned lights out match.
I'm gonna have to go with Kenny Omega. That man has not disappointed me at all since the debut of the entire AEW, including the pay-per-views, and plus, Moxley had already won his unsanctioned match with Janela, so it only makes sense for.
Well, you gotta remember, they both won an unsanctioned match with Janela. The difference was, however, He also won a regular match with Joey Janela. Like Kenny Omega was able to win his match, but Moxley was only able to draw with Pac. So there's also that. This is an extremely unpredictable card. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
These are not easy picks. Like these had to be thought out. The last 3 matches. It was a stumper. Like other pay-per-views, especially WWE pay-per-views, is just like, oh, you can breeze through these. Nope, not this. Not the last 3 matches of this fucking show.
Definitely.
Which is great. As long as 3 of your matches fucking are unpredictable, you got an unpredictable pay-per-view, and you got people that are gonna pay for your show. How many remains to be seen, but I think AEW did a fucking hell of a job, for sure. That being said, I'm just going to read off John's predictions real quick because he wasn't able to do an audio because his microphone's all fucked. So he's got Shawn Spears, Lucha Brothers, and just for his sake, I'm gonna. He didn't mention like who's gonna pin who. I'm just gonna say Private Party for him. Riho, he's got Baker, he's got Pac, he's got the Bucks, he's got Jericho, he's got, and Moxley, he's got. So there you go. John Tidy's predictions and the Indie Force predictions. That concludes this segment of the rundown. Before we end this segment and turn it over to Noah, who's next, anything anybody likes to plug? Nikos, we'll start with you. Oh no. Oh no.
He's completely contradictory with that shit on. I hope he knows.
That's the point.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
I really wish he tripped out of frame. That would have made it so much better if he tripped.
Okay.
Also, dead meme, my dude.
Michael X, you got anything to plug?
Not really. You know that my information is probably going to be in the description either way.
True.
I can say one thing. I'm playing WWE All-Stars, and my God, I'm glad I am.
Oh, there's Nikos again.
I got back in the frame. He's no longer a communist.
All right, I'm gonna make this quick because I'm dog ass fucking tired. This has been the Indie Force. We're coming for the gold. Check me out on YouTube.com. YouTube.com/user/JHebertside95. That's also my Twitter, JHebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. Definitely check that out. Also, check out the Indie Force on that channel. I don't know when we're coming back full time because it's a fucking mess right now with our fucking schedules, but eventually it'll come back. You'll know. So click the notification bell for when we come back. That being said, also check out Wrestling Fortune 44. You're on it right now. Subscribe. Hit that fucking bell. Predictions. Yeah. Hopefully this is out before fucking Full Gear. I think it will be. I don't think I will be disappointed in myself this time. Like I am, to my parents. Please love me.
Get back in the fucking closet, son.
Well, my closet don't have a door, so
you better get back in that closet and pump out videos, you fucking scumbag.
Speaking of pumping out videos, first 2 wrestling shows I run now. The first one, Weymouth Youth Wrestling, Immortals Out, youtube.com/user/WYW Pride. Check that out. It's great. I will keep plugging it because I love that show. You should love it too. Check it out. You will find something that you like if you've never seen it before. And I run the editing portion for a new wrestling company that's starting up in 2020, June 14th, called Royalty Wrestling Alliance over in California, Southern California to be precise. Check that out. Facebook.com/Royalty Wrestling Alliance.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you why.
What?
You're talking about a state that picked a governor that couldn't even say the name of the fucking state.
You
Shush.
picked a state that's literally on fire.
And has constant earthquakes.
I mean, shit, true, but still, listen.
California.
It's
me.
great. Look at the look at the Sefa Fatu and Ricky Mendel promo. It's great. It's just great. Watch it. It's great.
No.
You'll get hyped.
Don't give
Stay
him the
hyped.
satisfaction.
That being said, I'm done promoting everything. Does anybody want to have a one-line zinger to close us the fuck off?
No,
Can't
I'm good.
stop. Won't stop. Motherfucker.
Good. Who am I kidding? It's freaking 12:20 a.m. on the freaking coast here. It's freaking Friday morning. Hello, everybody. I am the Simple Man, and my name is Noah Foster. Shout out to everyone out there in the Rundown realm and beyond. This is my simple audio, video-based predictions video on AEW Full Gear. A loaded card for this Saturday. Just gonna go right down the line here. Brian, I think out of Bea Priestley versus Britt Baker, baby, Bea Priestley's gonna win. I think the chairman, Sean Spears, is going to Death Valley driver Joey Janela, the bad boy. I think we're going to see Cowboy Shit and Heyman Adam Page beats the bastard Pac. I think the Young Bucks are finally going to get their comeuppance against the Inner Circle and host a super kick party and get the win here. I think Riho is going to retain a very nice bout, no more than 15 minutes, against her teacher, Emi Sakura, going over her and continuing as champ. I think that Private Party, going wild here, Private Party is going to pick up the win against the Lucha Brothers, and SCU is going to put forth the new, young, hungry, up-and-coming talent. And I'm going to say Cassidy finds Gin and Juice pinfall over Pentagon Jr. Yeah, new tag champs. I think La Champion's going to retain a bout that's going to go at least 33 minutes. I don't think it's going to go the full 60. But with anything that could happen, the shenanigans, the people that could get involved, and who the ref could be, no matter what I say, La Champion, Chris Jericho is going to retain. And Lights Out, which I think makes sense because AEW doesn't want a damn thing to do with it. It has to end the show. I obviously think that John Moxley's going to kick Omega's ass. I don't think we're going to get the cleaner. I think we're going to get the best bout machine. And I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the unscripted, unsanctionable John Moxley. Those are my quick picks for AEW Full Gear. Follow me on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah. Follow my simple YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Noah5210. All sorts of other wrestling simple content. And remember, as always, I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a good night. And be elite. The elite. I digress. Have a good one.
Alright, so my predictions for the winners of Full Gear are John Moxley, Cody, SCU, Britt Baker, Riho, Sean Spears, Santana and Ortiz, and Pac.
SCU retains. Priestley's going to win the buy-in. Spears is going to win. Rio retains. Hangman Page. Pride and Powerful. Moxley. Chris Jericho. Those are my predictions for AEW Full Gear.
So much editing. There's so much editing. Oh God. Oh, it's done. Oh, finally done. Finally I can rest. Get
Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. it, fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucking ruckus. There is no pretext, we are living and we love it on a budget. Never mind, we just nudge it to the side. Give the kids a little time, we are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule, do what you do to get by. Cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my